I have a new topic.
Yeah, what you got?
So somebody wrote me on Reddit, and because this is a Patreon benefit, I've really cut back. 1 in 100. I get a lot of letters all the time, but this one I thought was just good for the show. And so anyway, don't go thinking there's a freeway on the show. This is an exception. Found out my girl is a bit of a Jesus freak. I'd love some advice. I present this to you, the panel. Hey, Woody, I'm a huge fan of PKA, and I love the new places it's going with the survival trips. So anyways, I'm not going to give his age away, but he's a teenager, wrapping up high school before too long. And I've gotten in a pretty serious relationship, if that's a thing at my age. We've known each other for 3 years, and last June, I got the balls to ask her out. I knew she was Christian, but it didn't really bother me. I'm secular, but not uber anti-religion, so I figured, I like her, it's no biggie. Well, I was wrong. She won't even kiss me. She'll give me a hug, and that's about it. She's one of those sexes for marriage girls. Heck, if I make a joke that's slightly edgy at all, she gets uncomfortable, like a Jared Fogel prison joke.
Great beginning of the relationship material.
Well, June, so he's a couple months in.
Okay.
I don't know what to do. I really like her a lot. She's a great person. She's super attractive. In a way, it's reassuring to know that she has good morals. Not saying Christians are always morals, but this girl's special. Our families have even become friends, and I can really see her being the one. We do everything together, and we get along great. But am I just wasting my time and her time? I can't change who I am just to stay with her, and I feel like an asshole for starting this relationship, as I should have been honest with myself, and I'm afraid I'm really going to hurt her. Should I try to change her up and loosen her as a person, or end it? Really appreciate the advice.
He needs to end it.
End it.
2 ways I can see this panning out is, 1, they go to different colleges, and he is resenting himself and coming to resent her because he's not allowed to go out and have fun, and she'll be keeping tabs on him on all the fun thing he wants to do, and he doesn't have any problem with, but she would. And so he'll just be doing that for her sake, and then when they eventually do break up, he'll just have so much regret about it. And, well, I rolled both into one, so only one thing. Yeah. That's but, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Or, I mean, if they do go to the same school, she's going to keep such close tabs on him. It's not going to be fun for you, dude. You're a couple of months in, and you already have this much hesitation to write into our podcast and ask us about it. Like, you really like her now, and that's fine, but you're going to wish that you had opened your horizons a bit once you get to college. And if you don't, and you end up breaking up, sophomore, junior year, you're going to just look back on all that time that you potentially now think that you wasted. So I say get out while you can, but be friendly about it. Seems like a good girl.
Yep, I agree. That.
Wow. So, I disagree. So there's a chance I've got the word asexual in my head, right? And I feel like that gets thrown around a lot.
Like an amoeba? Like
No, asexual is a term that they use now for people who have no sex drive, who just have no desire to have sex, who have none of that on their own. And there are a lot of Christian girls who want to save themselves for marriage who are kind of cool with doing everything but. Or doing everything but, if you know what I mean.
For those of you on the way to work, Woody's winking.
My bigger concern is not that, she wants to wait for marriage or whatever that is. It's that she'd be happy with a life that only does sex for procreation. And I wouldn't be in a hurry to just wrap this thing up and call it quits because you're not getting what you want from her. I would just keep an eye out and make sure that, I don't know, that you guys are compatible in the end. I had this as a video idea. What marriage is?
Wait.
That's risky.
Compatible in the end? How old is this guy again?
16. Yeah, you're right.
Come on,
That's
get some pussy.
Yes, Kyle's 100% right.
Look, it doesn't matter if you don't want anyone who's going to work out for you in the end. You're 16. The next 8 years at least is fuck time. It's fuck time. Fuck everything. If she's taking that long, she's wasting your time. Move along. You could have fucked 2 girls in these 2 months you've spent with her. 2. You're 2 behind right now. You're at -2.
You're at a buffet.
You've fallen
and you
behind.
Picked up a crab rangoon from the appetizer section of the buffet.
I love
and you
those.
really like it, but now you've relegated yourself to only crab rangoon, and not even just crab
they're
rangoon,
so
just
rich.
occasional crab rangoon. It's not even occasional. Like, it's
I mean,
not.
at
It's
least a
everything
dozen.
but the good part of the rangoon. You know, you're not getting everything you want out of it, and there's a bunch of other things in the buffet. Maybe the orange chicken's just as good and a lot more fun.
A lot of people who've had sex with a lot of different people agree that it kind of makes monogamy a bit harder. That sex loses its barrier and its specialness. It's just like co-masturbating or something. If you follow the fuck buffet advice, that if you do decide to do the marriage route, that you might not be good at it.
Every woman is different though. It's not like you make it sound like it's like gorging yourself on tons of mashed potatoes. That's what you just described, where you just had so much sex that like now all sex is the same. Where I'm not gorging myself on mashed potatoes. Different
That's
dishes.
not what I was saying at all.
No?
I was just saying that, like,
That's what I
once you enter the intimacy, once you break the intimacy barrier with enough people, all of a sudden that barrier gets pretty flimsy and you become not good at monogamy.
I mean, that makes sense. I don't know any research or anything behind it, but I understand what you're saying.
People I've spoken to, and I'm not talking about Kyle
I
at all.
agree
These
with
are
it.
like people on forums and stuff. People I've spoken to on forums have agreed on that.
I think a man's
It's on forums.
Yeah,
for
it's
the
right there
most
on the
part.
internet.
for the most
Woodworking
part, a
forums.
man's level of faithfulness is dependent upon his options. So one could say that it's really that what you actually have here is people who are guys who are capable of having sex with a lot of women are just capable of having sex with a lot of women and will keep doing so. Because I think that, like, if you're a single guy or in a non-committed relationship, like, and there's just readily available women to fuck, like, there's no way you'll say no. How has anyone here turned down sex from a woman you found attractive before?
I feel like I could definitely
No.
get sex if I wanted to. Like,
Of course,
you
you
know,
can get the sex.
the-
You have a
But
mansion.
could you? It's turning the sex down. That's what we're talking about.
Well, have you, Kyle? I have not.
Have I had the ability, or have I actually turned it
No,
down?
have you actually done it? Because you were saying that you were leading the question in a way that your answer was like, oh, obviously, no, I didn't.
I think I
But I want-
have.
Yes, I have. I have turned down sex to remain monogamous in situations. I have done that. It is an incredibly difficult thing to do, though. It is very difficult because, like, just genetically speaking, like we're made to always want that, and it's usually so fucking hard to get. And then when it's just freely offered, when it's just like, hey, do you want pussy? You know how hard it is to say no.
Yeah, it wasn't that obvious for
Oh,
me.
no,
but
I'm full. Like,
on more than one situation, I feel like women have flirted with me in like a knee touch or something like that. That I felt like if I responded in kind, could have cheated. Didn't, obviously.
That's saying something. I feel what you're saying, but I'm talking about.
yeah, that's a couple.
I'm
steps
talking
Yeah.
about, like, in the modern dating scene, in the Tinder era, it would be very common for a woman to say something like, "Hey, do you want to come over and fuck me?" Like those words were like just right out in the open, 100% plain. No games are being played. You want to fuck, and to be able to say no is just a difficult thing to do, I think.
See, I think it's harder to say yes if you're not accustomed to doing that. If you haven't said yes with,
Well,
you know,
you didn't say that people who cheated on their partners were more likely to cheat. You said that people who
Right.
had more sexual partners. By that rationale, I could have 24 committed relationships, each of which lasted, 3 months each throughout my 20s, and I would then, fall right into that same pattern of people who find it difficult.
that's
to
what
remain
I'm saying.
honest.
Yeah. I'm not saying cheaters are I'm saying, yeah.
Oh, cheaters are cheaters.
Yeah, that may be so. But if you were to have, like, 24, if you're fucking 20 or not 20, but let's say 24 to 34 women through your 20s, then maybe you've broken that intimacy barrier enough that it becomes not much of a barrier anymore.
It's not the intimacy. All right, so I feel like it's in poor taste to throw a number out there, but quite a few women I think I've had sex with in what remains of my 20s. Don't have much time left. But I can't say whether it's affected my ability to be monogamous or not. But I don't think that like I'm not looking to hit the same number in my 30s. Like I don't. I feel like it's less so. I think it makes me more able to be monogamous because like I've been out there and
Yeah.
I've fucked a lot of different
Gotten it
kinds
out of your
of women.
system to an extent.
That's how I feel, honestly. I feel like, yeah, I
Agree.
fucked that snake woman that time, and then I fucked that hooker that time, and I fucked that Asian chick and that Filipino chick and that black chick, and on and on and on, and until it's just like, yeah, and I fucked this older lady and this, whatever, like all the different kinds of women. I feel like I've been with them, the ones whatever, and